have to start, India is very important for us because India is growing so nicely, and we just are at the beginning of seeing a huge upswing on the commercial side and the passenger car sides, and we want to be there, including our life science business, which is complementing this very well because India offers a lot of opportunities for us here and for India going abroad. That's why we focus more and more on India. And India in itself, we are the leaders in filtration globally, and we want to achieve the same position here in India, and therefore we have to offer our full range. And we don't want to import this range because if we do something, we do it in the country for the country, and that's why India is a big and huge stepping stone for us in this area and for Asia. We started in the industrial business, and it was very slow because at this time we were importing everything, and it was not easy to compete with very capable Indian competition in the filtration field. And then our next big step was forming a joint venture with Bosch. Actually at this location we had a production for air filtration and liquid filtration, and at a certain point we decided together that Bosch focuses on the liquid filtration side here and took this production with it, and we focused on the air side, and we're growing nicely over the years, developing a fair aftermarket position. But still we are not complete because we have to import our liquid filters. Now we have those here with this inauguration, and now from OE to the aftermarket we have a far better hand to play, to put it this way, and our customers will be happy because now from the OE to the aftermarket customers, they can play with a better partner.
Yeah, it's a very, very important product that we have decided to launch in India. In the last 20 years, we have been in the market. We have consolidated our position as one of the leading players in the filtration industry. But to grow further, we definitely need to expand our product portfolio. And without liquid, we cannot offer the complete range of products to our customers here in India. And this is for our OE customers and also for our aftermarket customers. So we are focusing on two different channels to grow the business. And we have set a very ambitious goal for ourselves to triple our revenue from where we are today until 2030. And obviously to support this growth, we have to have more range of products. And therefore it's very important, and our customers are also asking us to expand the product portfolio so that they have one-stop shop for the complete filtration solution. And with this facility here in Tumkur, we are now able to offer them the complete range of filtration products, which is one of the key strengths for us here in India. In addition to the production facility, we also have a big R&D setup here in India. So we are able to design, develop, validate and release products not only for our Indian customers but also for our global customers from this facility. And very soon we are also going to have our test lab here in Tumkur, which is next to the production facility, and that's a huge compliment to have our test lab, which can also offer the complete solution to produce the products in our plant. So we are in a very strong position to achieve our 2030 ambitious goals. Yeah.
We have extensively built up a shared service center here in India. So it's not only R&D, it's IT, it's a lot of commercial processes too we do from here. And from our over 1,000 people we have in the shared service centers globally, more than close to 400 are here in India, and out of these 400, about 200 are engineers. And if you take our total engineering population globally, it's over 1,000 people who are working in engineering. 1/5 is here in India, so it tells you about the importance. And yeah, we can freely admit the Indian talents we get from universities are very well educated and are very dedicated and creative workers. So we enjoy being here, and that will be definitely expanded. We are a good, and here I have to advertise a little bit, we are a very good employer. We have very little attrition rates compared to others. People love to stay here because we grow and they have potential to grow with us. Because we have now such a capable team here in India, we don't need any expat anymore. That is a testament in itself, testimony in itself. So we are very proud about what has developed over the years under the leadership of people like Sudesh.
And some of the products, just to complement what Mr. Fisher said, some of the products, we are actually the center of competence here in India. We release the liquid filtration for global market from India. So we are in a quite advanced stage with respect to our capability in engineering here in India. And with this line coming in, we are also very, very keen to export products out of India, not just to design and develop, but we can also manufacture and export products from India to other Asia Pacific locations. Yeah.
We already have the liquid filter line in the Asia Pacific plant, many other plants, but it was really late to install this line and the technology. But now the demand is unbelievably high in the Indian market, and the Indian market is growing every day. So why not? So actually, we try to develop all the machine, equipment, everything in the global, and then also from the beginning of the design of the machine and the process, all the global core team member involved and the Asia Pacific team member involved. But now mostly all our Indian team lead all this the development. So that means even we are producing this liquid filter, spin-on oil filter in India now, but multiple nationality, our colleague, how to say, dedicate their big effort to develop this project. So we are very proud of that. Indian people really developed this machine, everything by themselves together with the global team. Okay.
And we have a global standard, like Mr. B.H. Kim mentioned. We follow the global standard so that the product manufactured in Tumkur, in our plant in India, is as good as the products manufactured in any other locations. And this is definitely one of the key, unique feature of MANN and HUMMEL. So wherever we produce it according to MANN filter standard, MANN and HUMMEL standard.
Exactly. One more point. We are producing this same product in Korea, India, China, whatever, but it is mainly all the technology based on the German design. So exactly same, exactly equal quality level performance. We can guarantee.
And that's why we have this regional team who are so much expertise, and they work very closely with our local team so that we can transfer this know-how, develop this team. And Mr. B.H. Kim is now involving our India team into other projects where outside of India. So some of our colleagues are involved in setting up plants outside of India.
And if to pick it up, if we would be allowed not to say made in India, but say made by MANN and HUMMEL, we would do this. We would love to do this, but legally sometimes it's difficult. No, but we are very proud to offer our customers all over the world the same technology and quality. We are very, I dare to say, relaxed, because we are offering product for all technologies, for all drivetrains. Let it be battery electric, let it be fuel cells or the classical combustion engine, which could come with hydrogen direct injection too. So we are ready for everything, we are open for it, we have products. So on the OE side, our performance will be the same, our offerings are the same. And in aftermarket, we have to see how the markets develop following. With battery electric vehicles, you get different demands than with classical combustion engine, where we see a lot of potential, and that's very interesting for us too. Besides the liquid filter line here, the cabin gets more important. The cabin in a truck, where soon, even in India too, as far as I understand, we will need HVAC. And we can take humidity and CO2 now in the meantime out of the cabin. So you do not need to bring in fresh air, which you need to cool or to heat. So for battery electric vehicles, we have a huge range extension. And so in the cabin, we are, I dare to say, the best you can get. And that is something Sudish drives since long here in India to expand our position. I think we are the market leader in cabin filters, but we will relentlessly push in this direction.
The market in India is, as Mr. Fisher rightly alluded to, we will see mixed propulsion system. They will coexist. You know, we will have traditional ICE engines. We will definitely have. You can see that last year we did quite a significant number of vehicles sold in India were battery electric vehicle, and this will continue to increase. I think last year in 2023 we saw about 2% of our total passenger vehicle production was electric, and probably that will grow to about 6%. But a significant part of the passenger car vehicle will still continue to be propelled with a combustion engine. So we have product range. So in commercial vehicle, for example, if there is a move towards fuel cell, we are fully prepared with the complete range of products that are required for fuel cell vehicle application. For battery electric vehicle, we have a complete range of products, including the cabin air filter systems that will gain more significance going forward. So we are fully prepared to cater to the changing market dynamics, and I believe we are in a very strong position to offer the complete range of products. And the advantage we have again is our R&D. So we have our local R&D here to adapt to what is needed for the market, which many of our competition cannot claim to have. So that's a big advantage for us.
It's extremely important, but it's innovation and technology plus speed. Speed is a big element to it, because when you are late into the market, your technology doesn't help. And that is something where I'm very grateful and proud. We are all over the world in centers like here in India, and you have extremely creative and well-educated people. But we see the passenger car market in China is developing very strongly. We are there. So we get a lot of good input from our customers or from our people on the ground in various regions. So innovation and technology, without we wouldn't have started to be so successful. And if we would get complacent, we would be out of the picture very soon. And that is where, and that is something I say for total Asia, but I see it in India as well. There's so much hunger and so much drive to get successful and to grow. And as long as we can participate by having people like you Indians, I dare to say I'm now an outsider, I'm very positive about our future.
Actually, in the operation side, we are looking for the new technology to develop the new process, everything. Without usually, people believe that only R&D people are thinking every day, but it's completely different now. And our operation people are thinking how to improve the quality level, or even in the cost base or whatever. So, but we have a standardization in the global team, and then based on all the standard, and then we are just working on process, follow that process. But now, what is the difference in the Asia Pacific, for example? We can give some freedom to develop some simple system by the local team. We just received all the standard, all the process from the global team. There is no really some unique, no special for some different in the different culture in different country. So now, for example, in our Indian the liquid filter line, even they implemented some simple IIoT solution, and then also the older process based on some open U-shape base, not exactly, but yeah, we can think about it like that. So our manufacturing standard we have. exactly we have in the global, but we are trying to develop some local solution as much as possible with the local supplier. That's the key point. You know, we have to import most of the main machine from the Germany still because there is some difference, some characteristic and some lifetime or whatever. But usually we are trying to develop the machine in India or even in the Asia Pacific to minimize our cost. But all the standard, all the specification must be follow the global requirement. So this time, Indian people are very smart, right? So and then also IIoT also very strong values. So we already installed this kind of very simple IIoT system in our machine. So it will make the more qualified, high level of the quality part, and then customer satisfaction based on.
Yeah, and another thing which Mr. B.H. Kim is driving is also low volume, high mix production. So our lines are actually extremely flexible. So depending on customer volumes, we can produce according to the market demand. So we don't have to keep the high level of inventory, which also helps us to improve our competitiveness in the market. So we have a very flexible output from our production lines. So this is also very innovative from my point of view. As I mentioned, we have very ambitious growth plans for Indian market. We see ourselves 3 times as big as we are today in next 6 years, which means a lot of new product lines will have to come into this factory. Tumkur will be one of our key plants. We have only 2 manufacturing plants here in India today, and both plants will grow simultaneously as we go from 24 to 2030. And we will see a lot more investments coming into this plant to expand our capacities for the existing product. We will also see capabilities for new product line coming up in addition to the liquid line that we have. And we see that the space will be completely filled by 2026. And we have actually started the discussions with our leadership team for an expansion in 2027 to create more space for our growth. And therefore, we are all excited about our journey towards the future. All our business units, Mr. Fisher mentioned about life science and environment, which is an important business. OE business is a very, very important pillar of our growth. Aftermarket and OES, as we grow, the automotive industry is growing. We will see a lot more demand for our products in the service market. And the service we serve through 2 different channels. One is our OE customers through the OES channel. We also have our independent aftermarket distribution channel. And we have a multi-brand strategy to cater to the different segments of our independent aftermarket. So our aftermarket team is very aggressively working on introducing these multi-brands to the market. Right. So all this will drive the growth of, and 3 times Mr. Fisher has already started challenging us, saying it's not enough.
No, I see so many potential. The potential is there, and we are ready to take it. The challenges is mobility. How do you define mobility? If you take in the US and Europe, a lot of people want to get the individual mobility out of a city, and we have to look into urban public transport, different solutions. I think that will, for all of us, be a challenge to accommodate it. Urban environments, you will have more battery electric. How do you get the infrastructure there? How do you make cars available for people? Because normal person at the moment cannot afford a battery electric car. So this is the challenge side. But on the other side, let's find solutions how to support mobility with different service levels. I'm sure we will get, that is more for our aftermarket sides. We have to come up with new service level, different pricing models to make things attractive for our customers and for the final customers. Technology and especially digitization offers there a lot of opportunities. There we come back to our speed discussion. That is for us, let's say German headquartered companies, very difficult to understand the speed in which digitization takes place in Asia. And that is for us a challenge and opportunity. So in the core of our business, clean air, clean water, clean mobility, that will always be there and offer opportunities. But to offer things which are around the changing needs and wishes of people, the opportunities we get with digitization, there we have to be very aware that our world of today is not our world of tomorrow. But if we are good, and I think, or with MANN and HUMMEL, I'm convinced, but with today's automotive industry, I'm sure we are all very aware about what you said, two sides of a coin, and we are on our toes.
And if you look at the way we have defined our mission, which is to separate the useful from the harmful, that opens up a host of opportunities. So you can think about anything that can separate the useful from the harmful, and that's where we want to be when it comes to offering our filtration technology.
In general terms, like India will triple in the next years, we are fairly confident to double on a global base because Europe and USA is not growing as rapidly. India is, pecking order is different, but India will be among the first. We have USA, which is a big market, and a filter cannot be transported over long distances. So we always have to produce in the market, for the market, or the adjacent countries. But if you take US, Germany, because that's our home base, then we have China and India. That are our four pillars in which we move forward. And why India for us has maybe a little bit additional attractiveness is there are a lot of Indians all over the world. If you look at the eastern side of Africa, trading is basically in the hands of Indian or Indian-based companies or people. And we want to make use of having very good Indians here and their relationship to this. That could add a very nice sweetening to, or icing to the cake. Yeah.
No, it's a very important milestone as we had to celebrate the successful launch of our liquid filtration line. And it provides a very strong foundation for our future growth here in the Indian market. It gives a lot of confidence to our customers, our commitment to this Indian market, which is very important, as Mr. Fisher mentioned. We are in a very strong position with the complete setup we have in India to offer a complete filtration solution to our customers in the market, and therefore we are looking forward to contributing to the growth of the Indian automotive industry and filtration industry per se.
Yeah, but the Mr. Fisher and the Sudesh already mentioned everything, but I think it will be just like a first setup. Even we set up the plant for a long time ago, but I think it will be a really first setup of our future development based on our India tip test. Okay? Sure.